Oh boy, sheep gang, sheep gang, sheep gang, sheep thief here, and today I'll be coming at you with a Warno online multiplayer 1v1 analysis. This time featuring our friend and new member of the sheep gang family, Thoughtful Frag. He and I have been playing against each other. I think we're pretty evenly matched. I think he's a little better than I am because so far we're 2 for 2, but one of the times that he beat me, he like surrendered when I think it would have been a draw. So, uh, Thoughtful Frag is our new friend, and he's playing the 3rd Armored Division. And then there's someone called Soontier who he's played against. I haven't seen this replay yet, but I asked him if he had any good ones, and he told me that he did, and this is the first one that he sent. If any of you guys have any replays that you'd like to send in, please let me know in the comments and we can coordinate that. Whether you're a noob or an elite player, I am a noob, but I will watch and try to learn. And yeah, so let's take a look at their deployments. Thoughtful Frag, I assume, is red. And is this the yeah, so Soontier, okay, so Thoughtful Frag is playing 3rd Armored Division, and pardon me. Oh, sorry, that was disgusting. I apologize. Anyway, Soontier is is playing the 11th Armored Cavalry, which is what I've been playing, and having not much luck. So we're gonna take a look. We'll look at Thoughtful Frags first. He's bringing a chaparral, so some stationary AA, a command vehicle, some engineers, a Milan, and a Bradley with something on there. Yeah, this AA. We've got these 3 Blackhawks and an Apache. Now, one thing I don't know about an Apache is, okay, so this is anti-ground. For some reason, I was wondering if there's an anti-helicopter helicopter. I don't know how that came over me, but that is what I was thinking for some reason. Over here, we've got Soontier, and it looks like he's going forward with a LRS, which I think is the sniper squad. I've been playing them. And then he's got some scouts. And then he's got the ladies. These are the blonde German ladies. You can't see them, but they're there. These are ladies as well. He isn't going forward with the ACAV. Definitely a missed opportunity in my opinion, but maybe he knows better. We've got the 3 Blackhawks with aircraft troopers. I haven't tried doing that, so these will get there pretty quickly. A Führung for capturing stuff. Okay. I sort of think it's worth... Okay, so, well, I shouldn't really give any advice, so I should learn. Oh, there's a forward operating base, too. Interesting. I only recently saw that. I'm not really sure what it does. So my philosophy with the 11th Armored Cav is that you want to get a command Abrams in the beginning to just roll up and get a command zone, and also just get an Abrams on the field. But anyway, here we go. To close out what he has here, he's got some Milans, some engineers, dismounted troopers, engineers, dismounted troopers, and this supply base. Cool. Very cool. Yeah, so I personally kind of like Thoughtful Frag's deployment here. Better This seems a little weak. He's got a lot of recon. I'll give him that. I would be worried about, if I were him, about the complete lack of AA too. Like this Apache, I think ought to get a ton of kills. But Thoughtful Frag is holding it back a little bit. And Thoughtful Frag doesn't have great vision. Let's take a look at what he can see here. All he sees is this. So I think there's sort of a problem with what he can see. Dismount. Apache does light up those aircraft troopers. And the sniper starts to engage aircraft troopers, but the Apache should kill that, right? Yeah. The Apache opens up on the sniper, and that's 95 points. That's a good kill, and those things can cause a ton of trouble. Does he have a commander rolling up here? He does. The commander is not in the place though. There's a nice little thing here. As you can see, the Apache, as I sort of predicted, is having a field day. I think that now that he's recognized that there's no AA, Thoughtful Frag could definitely be moving forward. But here comes an A-10. That's not good against the Apache. Phantom comes in and takes out a helicopter, and if he can get that A-10, that's a big kill. He fires a missile at it, but it looks like he needed to micro that better and get over there, because that Warthog would have been a huge kill. That's a lot of points, but it gets away wounded. At least it'll be out of the picture for a while. The other thing he needs to do is move his commander into the zone to get this tick back down. Over here on the right, it looks like there's a big buildup of infantry right here. But the positioning does seem to be, in terms of points, better for Soontir and the armored cavalry, which isn't really that weird, given that they have the heavy recon opening. Battle for the city starts to take over, or starts to unfold, and the Thoughtful Frag does push into the city and take it. And this is a good thing to, I know for a fact that this is a good thing to have on this map. A plane comes out to drop on this. I think that's not the ideal bomb for this job, and he did a lot of friendly fire right there. I think you want a laser guided bomb to do something like that. Now Soontir has a fighter jet out. It does something. I don't know if it just killed something there. I think it failed to kill something. And yeah, I think he did, Thoughtful Frag did more harm than good with that high explosive bomb, but he should push up here and then get in. I saw a video by Hippie, who I like. He's a Warno YouTuber. He was saying when you take over a city, get at least recon up to the very edge of it. And, you know, especially early on in the game, you might as well get some, rifles up there. You don't want to sit back here. And if something goes wrong, you can always pull them back. But the vision that they get is worth any casualties that they take. They can hide pretty well, too. It's pretty hard to just, insta-kill a unit that's in a building, even on the edge of a city. So I think Thoughtful Frag should move up here. Anti-airplane pulls up, and this M2A1, these two M2A1s should have a good time here. This Fireteam Dragon needs to move forward, but they are going to be within range of the engineers, so I'm worried that the engineers are going to be able to get some of their... Yeah, okay. Okay, here the high explosive ought to do a little better. Still a little underwhelming. Maybe these high explosive bombs just aren't very good. I feel like that should just decimate them, but not really. This point is taken, and now I think what the Thoughtful Frag needs to do is get in a car with this. Oh, okay, I see. So Soontir has taken this over with a scout and some aircraft troopers, but this is not an insurmountable problem. I think the question really is whether or not to attack into, for Thoughtful Frag, the question is whether or not to attack into this, or push around for this. And I think it's easier for him to push around for this than to attack into this. There's like this forest here, which I don't know if you guys know. I learned this recently. You can get infantry up here. You can get like a Milan up here, and it's disgusting. You can get, and like fighting in this forest is hard. Helicopters can like sit up here. Planes path kind of weird, and that can be a good thing or a bad thing. But the planes can like fail to get their munitions off on stuff around here. I don't really know which way is worse, which glitches out the planes worse, but it seems like I'm kind of trying to figure out what each of these players is up to here. It's even, and honestly, I understand how this feels, but it's easy to be mean about this looking at it from the replay because I know how it feels, and you know, really the way to illustrate what this feels like is to go to one of their perspectives, and it's like a complete, like it's uncertainty. It's like, where is he, and what should I do? And like the default is, okay, I'll just build up, especially when there's not a point tick. It's like, okay, I'm gonna build up. But I think that is a mistake. Let's see what Thoughtful Frag sees. He sees literally nothing. Like, I think there needs to be more recon for both players, but Thoughtful Frag is completely blind about where Suntier's units are. And it looks like he's doing a fairly not a bad idea, which is a build-up of Abrams. And if he keeps doing that, the thing is, Suntier can build up Abrams as well. And I don't really know this division, but it might be a more dedicated armor division than the armored cavalry, which is more of like a recon armor division. Oh, that's unlucky. So a Milan gets a side shot as this Abrams is moving sideways over here. You can see the side armor is pointing there. So that's a big kill for Suntier. Now I'm a little worried this is build up, and I think what Thoughtful Frag should be doing is going for this one, and this is easy to say from the recording. But even a child could see, like, no, don't do that. Go here when you have the recording. But it looks like there's a build up here on both sides, and this is going to turn into like a deadlock. That's sort of like a M1 Abrams fight. Two M1 Abrams coming up. I like that he's going for the M1 Abrams, but I think what he needs is more recon in here so that he can actually see stuff for them to shoot. M2A1 Bradley comes over here to set up, maybe in the forest. Okay, right there. Oh, this is a good scout right here. I think if it moved up to this forest like this, that would be better. Artillery comes out. Not a bad idea given the situation. And starts unloading on the forest. Let's see what Suntier can see. Okay, so all he sees is that, so he just lights it up. And their movement kind of opens up more information. I'm wondering why he can... Oh, it's because he has the ladies. The German ladies are here in this building hanging out. And you can see that he can see stuff because of the German ladies. Look at the positioning of his German ladies. And that's gonna give him a huge edge, especially in a artillery duel and like a build-up thing, because he can like react and get appropriate positions. You can already see two M1A1 Abrams, so he can set up Milans. Whereas Thoughtful Frag still sees absolutely nothing. So this is really illustrating the power of recon. Thoughtful Frag is in the dark. But he has brought out his own artillery. What is he aiming at here? It looks like he's just aiming for this forest, which is perfectly logical. But it's just a guess. Let's see what it hits. Oops. There is stuff in there. That one is ineffective. It's a good hit there. These engineers get hit, and it looks like they're just gonna sit back and do this. There's more of a build-up over here, but this is still, he could still go here. That Milan is sort of a pain, but there's no A, there's one AA, but there's very little AA over here, just like a plane. Just some units, and then like one plane would do some stuff. But it looks like they're both getting ready for an artillery duel. Soontir, I think, is the one being a little too cautious. Given the lack of information that Thoughtful Frag has, it kind of makes sense that he's not moving anywhere, and he's like thinking, I'm going to build up and out M1 Abrams, the 11th Armored Cav Division. Whose is this? I can't tell who that is. Okay, some more artillery bombardment comes in. What's he aiming at? Okay, what does he see here? Okay, so an IHawk opens up on the HE. This could be a huge... Ugh. Does the... Oh no, okay, so the plane goes down, but that is a gnarly bombing run. Yeah, like I said, this build up here, I think in general you don't want to push for this hill. It's so easy to just like infest this with infantry, get like weird positions in here. Milan 2 opens up on something. What's it see? M2A1 Bradley? Is it gonna hit it? It gets it. Snaking around that building at the last second. And in retaliation for the for that bombing run, artillery starts to rain down, and one of the ATGMs does go down in the forest. Artillery is coming for... What is that going for? Is he counter-battering? I think he is. That's very wise. Oh, but also very wise is Soontir moving his artillery around. And... yeah, so that has been effectively dodged. I don't know if he's moving this forward. Oh, maybe he's going for a counter-battery here. Why did that move forward? Was he being smart there, or was this coincidental that he moved? I don't know. Let's see what he targets next. Okay, so let's count M1A1 Abrams. So we've got 1, 2 for Soontir. 1, 2, 3. Okay, what's he shooting? This is coming for just this. Okay, so I think he just has vision, and he's just like, alright, I'm gonna wear down this infantry. Well, you can see here, I think because those pulled back, but he probably could see those with this with these German ladies. As you can see, no, he has them on fire at will. Fire engaging unarmed units. Well, like, compared to this, I'm not really sure. I put mine on return fire to make them not fire. So, okay, these scouts get seen, and that's the only vision that okay, so he moved up to the forest like I was saying earlier. Let's see what he can see. Oh, I wish I'd caught that before he had to leave. But it looks like the scouts got seen. And they got artillery. That's a big... Oh, look, the counter battery. Did that just hit? Nice. It did. Well played to Thoughtful Frag. Can we see the burning remains? Where did it go? One of those went down. Oh, wait, no, maybe. I could be wrong. Let's see if we can see... I'm actually not sure if one went down there. There's one over here. But I like Thoughtful Frag's response here. It can be hard to... I think when you're in this situation, you want to play super zoomed out, and as soon as you see something traveling through the air, like it'll probably be hard to see where it comes the first time, but you want to get it by the second time, because time is of the essence. The sooner you can get those the counter battery coming in, the sooner you can the more likely it will be to be a success. 2 A-10s Warthogs come in to kill some helicopters over here that, guess how we saw them? Because of these scouts. It looks like a fighter jet is sent to exact retaliation. These A-10s are tanky, a little hard to kill, but he does get one. Another fighter jet comes out, 2 A-10s are gone. One of the... oh, that was a good run for Thoughtful Frag. 2 Warthogs and a fighter jet for the loss of 1 F-4E Phantom, but a SEAD comes to go for it. I can't tell if that went down. Did that go down? It's gone. I don't know if that got down. Did he lose that? I think he might have lost that. So 2 fighter jets for 2 Warthogs and a fighter jet is... that's starting to be a little more questionable, because fighter jets are in a way more important for your air superiority than the A-10 Warthogs. The fighter jets can't really cause any damage on the ground like the Warthogs can, but they do contribute to your overall air superiority, which can be, if you lose your fighter jets, you lose air superiority, unless you have a ton of AA. So I don't know if that was worth it. We'll see how the ensuing air engagements come out. This M1A1 Abrams has been firing at this fire team the whole time. It's basically dead by the time it reaches the building. It goes down. Both of them go down simultaneously. Something... what is that weapon? Is this some that is a cool, like... it looks like some kind of cluster munition. And an M1 Abrams... M1A1 Abrams goes down. I sort of wish he could have seen that with his scout and not had to figure that out the hard way by losing 2 fire teams. But that is a trade in Thoughtful Frag's favor. Good response with the artillery there. Let's see how this artillery shot, where is that going? It looks like that might be counter artillerying. Yep. Where's that gonna land? Okay, so those were cluster munitions. Okay. And very diligently, Thoughtful Frag does move out of the way, and these fall ineffectively in the middle of this field. And the response comes right on time. Let's see, is that gonna hit? No, he moves. Oh, there's a hit. Stunned. There's a bit of damage there. That was close. Okay, we'll respond to her soon. Here comes a SEAD. Looks like it's just lurking. And scouts are targeted. That's the second time this like lowly unit is targeted with this heavy artillery fire. But honestly, like in this situation, scouts are huge. Look at the vision that's getting. Those didn't go down either. So I would call that a waste of ammunition. But honestly, in this situation, scouts are huge, so I could be wrong. Another... oh, that one's close, and it almost hits all of those dragons on the road, engineered dragons, and I think Thoughtful Frag needs to be careful here. It looks like he's locked on. And the general build-up... okay, so here's an anti-vehicle helicopter that is causing problems. The Apache opens fire on it, somewhat ineffectively. There's another artillery exchange. We'll try to see that and this. That's close. That's very close, but it looks like Soontir is being diligent. It's so close. The Apache moves back and look at the weirdness that this hill causes with both vision and like line of fire. He sends the AA to try to take care of these Tau Cobras or whatever. Another artillery barrage, this time from Soontir. It looks like it's targeting Thoughtful's artillery. We'll try to keep an eye on that and see if anything else comes out. Thoughtful does move back, but this is going to be close. That was close. That was definitely partially a hit. You can see there. Oh, they don't like that. That was a direct hit. They're still alive, but demoralized. You need to move them as soon as you use them. Siad coming around. Holy mackerel, I'm so thirsty. And it looks like he's got vision on a bunch of tanks right here. This is not good. These things can kill tanks. And he sees the AA. That's not good at all. He tries to move it. Stingers get hit. This is somehow Soontir is locked into this this traffic jam in here. Tau Cobras come forward to take advantage of the chaos. The AA is not there anymore, but the Stingers are. Tau Cobra takes a good hit right there. Will the Stinger, he needs to reload. Second Stinger. It's up. It misses. The Stinger's in trouble. Can he get it? Tau Cobra goes down. Now he needs to get in vision of this. Okay. AA goes for the Tau Cobra and it goes down, but this anti-air battery over here doesn't get the AA. Oh no, don't go back around. Okay, he's good. Yeah, that was close. I don't like this. Very nice. He gets the helicopter. That was cheeky. That was daring. I wouldn't have done that. But I think Thoughtful Frag did the right thing there. I was being too much of a chicken. I think you can really take advantage of the weird vision in here. This Stinger can't see anything. So that was a good kill. You can see the smoldering wreck of the helicopter on this hillside here. At this point, there's a solid infestation on this hill. A1 Abrams opens up on this clumped together infantry that's pushing forward. This is not good. Another one opens up. Engineers Dragon. I don't think these are cheap units. It's almost dead, but 3 of them do seem to make it across the field. And it looks like Soontir does not like the idea of him being in this forest. He pushes forward units. One of the Engineers Dragons does go down, and this one looks like it gets caught out right on the edge, still in vision of the M1A1 Abrams. The Apache opens up as 2 Apaches open up. But they are just in the range of the Stinger somehow. That Stinger's gonna kill that Apache unless it gets out. Engineer's Dragon still on the edge, he needs to move it into there. Those 2 make it in okay. The Apache goes down. Well, there was some good damage done there. Oh, if I can get out, that would be good. It gets out. Let's see how this bomb does. Did he get the bomb off? I think it didn't get the bomb off. Wait, we can see. Yeah, it didn't do it. So he should pay attention to where those Eyehawks are and use his artillery to try to kill it. There's just, as you can see, I'm telling you, I think the better play is to go for Charlie, because this is just an infestation in here. You just want to like hold this and go for Charlie, and make them build up. The other thing that's going on here is there's a hill, and so if you can clear this out, then you can set up on this hill and it's really hard to get up there and see. It's really hard to like see anything up there. So this, on the other hand, is just a death, a valley of the shadow of death. Pivots get targeted. It's slightly off. That isn't landing anywhere. Let's see where Thoughtful's artillery lands. Looks like he's targeting this forest. I'm gonna take a look and see what their vision is. Thoughtful frag, bro. Recon, I'm telling you. Oh, something's happening. Anti-air comes out. A fighter jet comes out just to kind of prowl in the back there. It seems like Soontir is worried. Soontir, on the other hand, has quite good vision of everything that's going on here. He's got scouts, German ladies, snipers, and he's just on this mountain that I think gives like a good line of sight. I'm not really sure. Like that's a pretty good understanding of this thing. He doesn't quite understand what's behind here, but he pretty much has an understanding of where Thoughtful Frag's troops are. That's just a huge advantage. That's a huge advantage. There's no other way to put it. Thoughtful Frag needs to figure out a way to get some points. He's got 13 minutes left. And the build-up is only getting worse. He's got these Apaches here. There's a Pivads that's gonna make that hard to do. I think he could at least send some troops up there to get an idea of what's over there, because I understand the feeling of like, oh, he's got troops everywhere, like there's no way that that's not infested with units. I understand that. I do the same thing. But I think it's illogical. The logical thing to do is take a cheap unit and see what it actually is. Don't just assume that a city is filled with units. As you get to the late game, it's going to be, but you can prevent that if you early on just send a unit there. Send like a cheap unit. Send something like, send a supply truck over there or something, you know, and at least see what's there. Because if Thoughtful Frag had the knowledge that this is all that's here, like this is nothing. You could destroy this with like an air run, with a couple air runs or like just infantry here. Like some good infantry here would clear all of this out, along with like some air runs and like artillery, you know. I think that's this is like an error, and I don't want to sound like I'm lecturing, because I do this exact same thing. There've been several games where I've done exactly what both these players are doing. Milan sees something. It's an M1 Abrams, and does smoke get out? Not okay. No, that wasn't smoke. He was just taking a shot. He did destroy that Humvee there, but he took a hit. M1A1 Abrams sees something here. It's infantry. These engineers dragging move forward. Yeah. It's not going to be fun. Oh, they get a... no, they get stunned, so the ATGM doesn't work. And they get hit again. M1A1 Abrams comes to try to help, but it's going to get back into that Milan fire, and... here it comes, and now I'm worried this is going to be a side shot. No, it does turn to face, but that did a lot of damage. Let's see how Thoughtful Frag's ATGM goes. Does get a hit. Face is here. Now it's stunned. Another ATGM hits. But these dragons are looking a little worse for wear. This is M11A3 just pushing forward. ATGM stuns this M1 Abrams, but this Bradley is shutting them down, and the M1A1 backs out. This Milan is out of missiles, which is why this isn't dead, but something else has missiles in there that misses entirely. I think this would be a good... yeah, okay, I wonder if he's going to try to light this up with artillery, because this wouldn't be a bad place to hit with artillery. But at the expense of the dragons, I don't know. This is what recon units are for. You've got a scout right there. Just push a scout forward. The dragon gets another shot off. Can it? Nope. keeps taking fire from the Abrams. This Abrams has to pull back, and they're out of ATGMs now, so it's just a pullback. Here comes the artillery. This is a good strike with the artillery. Here it comes. Here we go. Let's see where this one lands. Looks like the cluster munition is out of ammo, and it might be about to take a bunch of hits. Yeah, that was a direct hit. This isn't good. It looks like Thoughtful Frag isn't microing this. And now it's in trouble. It might not be able to take another hit. It looks like there's more to come to move it. Oh, it's so lucky. Where's this artillery going? This one's just mortar fire aiming at this right here. Oh, that looks like smoke. I'm not sure if... Okay, it looks like Soontir is going for an advance that's going to run into this engineer push, this flash engineer push, which is not... if these move forward, they might be able to see. M1 Abrams goes down to a Bradley. Artillery opens up over here. Cluster bombs and HE bombs come in for what I think might be a suicidal run here. This is unpacked. Ihawk opens up. Cluster bomb does get its munitions off. AA comes out. Both planes go down. The fighter jet does go down and gets away. AA goes for a helicopter. That was a suicidal run right there. SEAD goes for the SEAD. Is that gonna get it? No, the SEAD lives. School air battle here. And a Thoughtful Frag's fighter jet does go down. Bunch of infantry coming up. And I think Soontir is thinking right now just like, I'm gonna push to make sure that he doesn't push. Because if they, yeah. I actually think just straight across here would be better than trying to wrap around here. Because, this is an impenetrable forest. Unless you get there first. And so I think it'd be better to just go across. Try to pop out here. I also think getting some units in here is really good, like ATGMs in here can really help suppress this area. Some anti-tank helicopters, and this is bad news for Thoughtful Frag, because whenever I feel like I'm going to get pushed, I bring anti-tank helicopters and sit them kind of behind the sector that I'm worried about, and it makes it so that when tanks push forward, they can shoot from behind, like deep in AA in your anti-air web, and it makes attacking even harder than attacking is already, which is hard in this game as far as I'm concerned. Like compared to Steel Division, this game is way harder than Steel Division in my opinion. There's just a lot more going on. Mortars unleash sort of broadly in this forest. I think that could have been targeted better. That circle is not... Or wait, is that the supply circle? What are you shooting at? No, I think that is the mortar circle. Or is that another supply? I'm not really sure. I think that might be the supply circle. Here we go, there's a general advance. This should be fun. Nice artillery attack, but again, I think if this just shifted over here and attacked from this direction, that'd be better, because all of this wouldn't be able to hit it. Here we go, nice World War III battle. Got a nice cinematic view. Very cool. Just a bunch of stuff goes forward. M1A1 Abrams go down. This one's almost dead. It does go down. The AA goes for the laser guided bomb, and it does succeed in making it freak off. When Abrams is a little too close, that's going to go down eventually. But these are getting suppressed. It might make it through. Like this, I think if the angle here had been in this direction, this push would have been really good, and he would have pushed through the forest and won this fight. And this would be completely out of position, and then he could threaten this. But instead he did it over here from where he pushed too many units over here, and I just don't think this is going to work. But you can see he does clear this forest, and there's just a huge bloodbath here. Very cool battle. And then the Cobra, this is what I do, and it seems to work pretty well. If you have air superiority, you can cause a ton of problems by just parking a helicopter like this. It's hard to do anything about it. There we go, some pivads do unleash into it. That is indeed the counter. As you can see, pivads completely mess up helicopters, and look, it goes down. It just crashes into the side of the mountain. Let's see if we can get this command vehicle down. This one's looking a little worse for wear, but all of these tanks are about to pop out. But dismounted troopers did manage to get in there. Here's the ACAV finally. I think you're supposed to open with these, or at least I do. But I have failed utterly with this division, so I shouldn't be lecturing anyone. Abrams does. Oh look, the command vehicles are down. See, like I think Thoughtful Frag was almost there. And yeah, there are those Cobras doing what I was talking about. And that's gonna push this away. This might even go down. Yep, it does. Now he's got these Bradleys, they have good stealth, so it's gonna be hard for these tanks to see them. And they open up. Are they going for that supply truck? No, they see something. Looks like Pivads does go down, and that's bad news, because these helicopters can now do whatever they want. These Bradleys are causing serious problems. And all of these Abrams look some cool cinematic shots. ATGMs everywhere. Dragons just infesting this hillside. Yeah. Mortars raining down on nothing, just for good measure. What's I aiming for? It's just, oh, these are the M1A1 ACAVs. These are dangerous units for anyone who doesn't know. They're M1A1s. They have really good optics, and they're stealthy. They're quite stealthy. So they can like pop in and out of forests, and I almost feel like they're faster than a normal M1 Abrams, but I don't know that for a fact, but they sort of feel faster. They're very strong. And look here, I completely missed this. Thoughtful Frag in the last few seconds of the game does what I think he should have done 30 minutes ago. Oh, bro. Look, this is like a good attack. If you combine that with some artillery... Oh, shit. I wish... God damn it. Okay, wait, I'm gonna get back into it. Oh, wait. Why can't I look at the map? I can't look at the map. Oh, L. I'm just gonna get back into it. And... just race to the, or I don't even need to get to the actual end, but I'll just put it to fastest speed. Yeah, that'll take a while to get to the end, but yeah. So I guess what I'd say is it was a cool battle. But it actually illustrated something that I do in my. I've only played like 35 games of multiplayer Warno, and not many, and like 5 single-player games. So I'm kind of a noob, but I've played a fair amount of Steel Division. Not a fair amount. A small amount of Steel Division, and had much better luck in that game than this game. It's crazy how bad I am at Warno. However, I will say, given my knowledge of other games and just what I can intuit, is this area here. So I've played this map multiple times and tried to push from this direction into Bravo, and it is always a disaster. It seems tempting because you're like, oh, I'll just sit here, and when anything comes around the corner, I'll just light it up. But somehow it doesn't work that way, and I think it's partially that it's closer to their side of the map, but the other thing is that I always thought that this was like impassable terrain, but it's not. You can get units up here, and this is like, once you realize that there can be units up here, you're like, oh, this isn't a good place. This is like a being shooting rats in a barrel. Once you realize that they can get units up here, I didn't know that. I thought this was impassable. So, Thoughtful Frag, if you didn't quite realize that, I think you should remember that. And then the other thing is that, on the other hand, Charlie is much more difficult to, once you're up there, to lose. So if you push Charlie, you have, it's literally like a castle here. You've got this like outlook here that you can station like a scout or a sniper or like a Milan. You can station like 3 Milans in here and control this whole area. They can't see anything up here. The only way they can see stuff is, they literally can't. The only way they can see stuff is by pushing up. So this is like a great place to get early on. And this is a really terrible place to get early on. And then as for like a build up, it's better to build up in a city and on a hill than it is to build up in a valley. So yeah, I think that's my thoughts. But I don't know why this turned into like my opinions on this. It was a cool replay. But I just Thoughtful Frag and I are both trying to get better. And we're both even, so I'm almost like talking to myself. I am actually fully talking to myself. I'm in my room alone talking to myself. I wish I could push ahead, but other than that, the only other thing that just seems like to be a map thing, and then the only other thing that Thoughtful Frag did terribly wrong is not having recon. So I think I'm pretty good with having recon. Like I consistently sort of spread recon out. That is not one of my errors. So that is definitely something I'd say that to just like I think that's a huge problem in this game, to not have recon. But anyway, thank you for watching, to all of you who watched, and if any of you have any replays that you want to send me, please let me know. I like watching these, even if they're bad, even if you're bad, even if they're stupid or dumb or and if you want me to, if you just think they're cool, then let me know. And you don't want me to give you like advice because you don't want to hear some noob lecture you, then let me know. For some reason that this is what this turned into. But if you if you're like, it's just a cool game, don't give me advice, I don't want to hear it, then just tell me that. And then if you're like, what's your opinion on how I played, or like what I could do differently, then you can ask me that. But again, I have such a bad win-loss ratio that you might want to just avoid any advice I have. But thank you again, and I'll see you guys in the next one.